because we are seeing a lot of change, right? Again, because of that new administration coming in. We had several rule advancements last year at the end of our prior administration. So with the new administration coming in, one of the biggest things we're seeing is some changes being done to those previously finalized rules. But that's creating a lot of sort of confusion around is it just going to be a delay? Could there be potential for the rule to be completely rolled back? So there are some big changes happening here.
I would say
And on that point, a significant development in Canada last year was they instituted a requirement for their institutions to report instances of sanctions evasions on their suspicious transaction reports. So that's an entirely new requirement up in Canada. Yeah, I think certainly several lessons. So we've had a couple. There's been a big one in about the last year or so, a very significant enforcement action against a financial institution, and not to focus on sort of the institution, but focus on sort of the lessons learned from the enforcement action. I think there's at least a couple of big ones in my mind. Sort of the ability to weed out the noise in an automated way. So if we think about, false positives have always been a thorn in the side. There's always been talk of how do we decrease them? How do we deal with them once they're created in a system, right? But I think agentic AI is able to handle those in an automated fashion, kind of weed out the noise and focus the teams on information and cases where the risk is higher. More important